traders, Raghee here, and in this update, I want to present all of us with a question, right? And I ask myself this every morning, every Sunday, every morning too. Rag, what is on your watch list and why is it there? How has it earned a spot on your roster? So there's two things that I always tell traders. It's the first two things that I start off with if somebody comes to me saying, Rag, I'm having a hard time in this market. I'm having a hard time turning the corner in my trading. And my advice is always, how many trades are you putting on right now? And they'll say, 10, 12, 5, whatever. And my first bit of advice is cut that in half. It automatically focuses us on less, and less is often better. Right? If there's fewer slots to fill, we want to put the best symbols in those slots. And what precedes our trades? Our watch list. And our watch list isn't what everyone else is trading or what's running on the bottom of financial television or whatever. Our watch list should be something that we spend 80% of our time building. 80% of my time as a trader is built in the watch list phase. And so I always tell folks, if you are building a watch list, how are you building it? Are you prioritizing uptrends? And then after that, are you prioritizing downtrends? Here's an uptrend, right? Here's an uptrend. Here's a downtrend, right? Are you prioritizing up and down trends? And this does not matter if you're a stock trader, ETF trader, or futures trader, right? Are you prioritizing trends? Then maybe consider chop, right? Don't focus on chop. And by the way, the Dow, chop. The S&P, chop suey. The NASDAQ, look at that, more chop. Prioritize the corners of these markets that have a trend. S&P chop, right? Healthcare, not in chop. This might sound simple. This is what we've talked about here for about 2 minutes, gang. It might sound simple, but I'm going to tell you something. It reminds me of how important this is. The Lorna bot sent this to me today. And this is from one of our members, actually in my Sector Secrets Mastery, but I do the same thing in the futures room. Tell Raghee thanks. The Dow is down 300 plus points, S&P down 65 plus points, and my account is full of green numbers, up very healthy for the day. What can be more fun than this? What is the answer? So you might say, Rag, yes, I would love to have this scenario today too. How? How do we do this? Gang, it is the watch list building process. If 80% of your attention right now is not being placed on building a watch list, this is what we need to do. So how do we do this, right? What's the process? Right now, as a futures trader, we do have some trends. Corn is in an uptrend. Beans, however, are not, right? Corn is in an uptrend. So I want those of you that might be watching this video saying, Rag, I know you're in the futures room, but I'm really more interested in ETFs and stocks. No problem. I've got a mastery service as well, but the process is the same. If corn is in an uptrend, take a look at DBA, take a look at Archer Daniel Midland. These are names that are tethered to the narrative around commodities. All right, what about crude oil? I'm not really that interested in crude anymore. We've had some great fun with crude. We bought a dip back in mid-February. USO calls, also crude oil futures, long position. Wow, who knew we were going to run into a geopolitical situation? That's the luck part of trading that we cannot put our finger on, but that is being a trend follower and letting the narrative just accelerate the trend, which is usually, if you get news in a trend, it's usually in the direction of the trend, right? So now what am I saying? Focus on pullbacks in energy, focus on pullbacks in oil services, focus on pullbacks in oil services. A few names here to point out: ConocoPhillips, DVN. There's some really cool pullbacks that are happening right now. And this is where, if you spend some time looking at crude and realize that oil stocks are looking very, very good, we can then start to ask ourselves, all right, what is the best way to take advantage of the way in which the equity markets are moving, or the way in which the individual sectors are moving, and the way that it's really dovetailing with narratives that we know should have a path of least resistance higher, like crude, like RBOB gasoline, but we might have better corners of the market to take advantage of it. We've done the same thing with natural gas, NG or UNG calls. I've liked to get long copper, but just haven't seen a setup that I like. But I know Freeport-McMoRan is a terrific proxy for copper. We want to get into this one again, by the way. And it tends to move with not just the XME SLX uptrend we're seeing right now, but with copper, right? And you might say, Rag, I don't know all this. You will once you focus most of your time on watch list building, right? Not on which secret squiggle should I use, not on which super secret special strategy should I use, but this good old-fashioned chart after chart, scanning old school watch list building. And I hope this gives you an idea of what I spend most of my time doing and why, it feels great to know this is repeatable, not because the markets are going up or because they're going down, but because we're building a list of relative outperformers. Hope this helps. Leave your questions below. Rag, what more can I do to build a better watch list? Leave the questions below. Join me in Charts and Coffee every morning, 9 to 9:20, right here at the Simpler Trading YouTube channel. Smash that like button if it's moving the needle for you. If you have a friend that's struggling with trading and the two of you want to work together, point out this video, direct them over to Charts and Coffee. Start teaching each other, working together as a team. I'll do my part with the content that I create. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you in the next update. Hey traders, Raghee from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.